This video was taken from our Live at 5 show over on Patreon. If you would like to come and join us on Patreon for all the exclusive videos and live shows every day, the link is in the description. Royal Blue says, do you think the club will make a big money signing in the summer, 40, 50 million plus, if they feel that a certain player is worth the fee? It's a really good question. I like questions like that.
Yeah.
So we had John Blaine in earlier, and he did a great video with Baz, which is on Patreon now. But off camera, we had a little chat,
It's even
didn't we?
better, wasn't it?
We had a little chat off camera, which we should have done on camera, because he basically explained FFP to us in a nutshell. And he explained that.
Good though, wasn't it?
But what he explained was that if we sold a player in the summer for like 50 million quid, say like Luca Dean, just throwing his name in because he's a 50 million pound kind of player, is that basically by selling that player, it almost like triples the effect on FFP, doesn't it? So it almost like resets FFP by like triple the effect. And he was like, so if you sell an 100 million pound player, which is what like, so like when Liverpool sold Coutinho, I imagine this is the effect. It basically put them in the good books in FFP for like years.
For the next 3 years.
That's slightly worrying. But at the same time, if a club can do that, then it really can boost what you can bring in. Now, I'm not advocating that at all. I want to keep all our players to build a team. But
well, it's just
I suppose it works the other way as well, doesn't it?
But if you look at say Cenk Tosun, right? Steve Parish was talking the other day, and I don't know whether there's anything in this or whether he's talking them up. But he said he likes the player and they're hoping that they can pay 20 million for him and keep him in the summer.
Aren't we all?
Right? So if Everton sold Cenk Tosun for 20 million pounds in the summer, essentially that's 20 million pounds cash coming in.
Well, we worked it out, didn't we?
Yeah, so
Cenk Tosun, to get a profit on Cenk Tosun, we have to sell him for 16 million and then we make a profit on him.
Yeah. But if it, just say for argument's sake, just because we're doing it here, 20 million for Tosun means that we can essentially go and buy 2 players for 30 million each and then just pay for them over 5 years.
Yeah.
So we'd have an influx of 20 million cash, and then if we got the 2 players for 30 million and paid £6 million a year for them, in fact, you could buy 3 players for 330. So as Royal Blue's saying there, so if we sold Cenk Tosun for that money, we could go and buy, I don't know, Timo Werner, for argument's sake, for 50 million quid, but he'd actually only cost us £8 million a year in for like the P&L rules as well, and for FFP. So that way, it's a good one. That way's a good, it's looking at it that way's excellent. Obviously, it has other implications, but if you throw everything into that mix, so if we can get rid of the likes, we done Balassi, didn't we, and everyone before.
What John was saying was, essentially, if you can get into the good, like, let's say, like the green area of FFP, the nice area, and that might mean selling like one player for a hell of a lot of money. Well, no, just one, I think. If you can get yourself in that like safe area, and then every year you like, again, Liverpool, selling one of their very average players, putting a Liverpool tax on it and getting like, 20 million quid for people like that, or 15, 20 million quid. That'll keep you safe every year. So you're turning over players. So so you will do like what they've done and what Chelsea have done, where they've gone out, bought players, put them in their squad or put them in the club, give them a couple of years playing or being around the club, and then selling them because everyone goes, well, they've played for Liverpool, or we need a player. And that'll keep you ticking over, and that'll keep you safe. It's not a case of you sell a player for 150 million and then you've got 150 million. That's not how it works. It's
bizarre.
It's a weird system, very weird. So, but going back to your original point, could Everton do that then in the summer with the limitations of FFP? They're very narrow, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think we could do it without. I think we have to get players out the door before we could do it, and that isn't, again, not to label the point, but Everton have got cash available to spend, but they're not allowed to spend it without doing the kind of things we've just said. So I'm quite sure there's players there who they've got lined up. There will be, and it'll be a case of, Marcel Brands, who can he get out and how can we flip that? And obviously sponsorship and everything else.
And I only mentioned Luca Dean because actually, if you think about it, and I'm not trying to sell a player, I think he's fantastic. But what I mean is that he is almost like a perfect candidate for having to like start again in a way. You know, he's a left back. He's a very, very good left back, but he could be replaced, let's say. And then if you
had to flip him or Richarlison.
Well, exactly. But you could get, say we could get 50 to 60 million for him. The way it works out, that would probably put us in the green zone for quite a while. And then what we'd have to do then is make sure that we don't go doing what we've done every summer, where we're just throwing money away, and we start playing by the rules, but
to a plan.
And then we can go out and buy 40, 50 million pound player, because number one, we'll have earned that money from selling a player, but also the way FFP works, it gives us wiggle room.
Well, we were looking, the one John was doing, we were talking 200 million pound players. And the way it works out, I think we worked it out, it costs you at like 60 million a year with wages and with what you're paying on their contract. Yeah. So, and that's easily covered. So there's ways round it. It's not what you think, so to speak. It's not 50 million out means 50 million in. That's all you can spend. You've got to drill down into them numbers, and then there's many ways to do it. But to be able to start spending, we are going to have to flip a couple of players, and obviously the earlier we do that, the better.
And this is where a new stadium is so important, because what we've seen with the Manchester City thing is with FFP is like, you know, we all know that it's all about, supposed to be, staying within your means.
Let me get the charger.
Staying within your means, not overdoing it, not overspending. Well, if you've got a grand, number one, if you've got a grand, then suddenly you could go, this is the Megaphone Arena. It's going to attract, it can attract this much in sponsorship, where Goodison Park can't do that, but a new stadium straight away can do that. So, and again, everything, you can price your corporates at better prices. You can say you've sold this many pies and that many drinks and all the rest of it. So that's why, again, a stadium is essential. But will that happen this summer? I don't think so. I don't think Everton will be quite in that market this summer. 40, 50 million pounds.
Oh, I do.
Maybe one.
Yeah, because I think Ancelotti will have been given the full picture, and he's been very open on what he wants to do. I also think John is quite. He's one of those people that's quite straightforward and go, we can do that or we can't. And he hasn't dismissed any of that. We talked about X amount of. But I think we'll have to be very creative how we do it and very clear how we do it. And we may see, and we said this yesterday, that we may see a couple of the Tottenham loan deal type things. We'll pay. He's on loan for a year, then we're paying you 40 million or 2 years, whatever. Which means, in other words, they're getting the money no matter what. But there's ways and means around it, and I think you'll also see some extra sponsorship stuff coming in this summer.
We already know it,
and we know.
Well, also what is good if there are 3 potential new sponsors, there's definitely going to be one, which we know, the shirt sponsor.
Yeah.
Very strong rumours about the sleeve, but Rovio, who Angry Birds, they've come out today apparently and said they're hoping to extend it, although Everton, there's talk that Everton have already got someone in place, and also there's the kit deal as well. If you're in the beginning, you can put that all in and go, new sponsorship, all this year. That goes in the books, therefore we're not in.
Off we go.
And even though it's weird, because with a player you can go, well, that's over 5 years, but with a sponsorship you go, no, it's all this year, and get everything back sorted again. And then the next year you come up with another creative way to get money in.
Yeah, so 100%, you've got to.
So there's all those factors. I'm sure they'll want 40, 50 million pound players, because that's sort of like the average for good players now, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.